Hello and welcome to a Vector Tuts Quick Tip screencast. My name is Cheryl Graham. This is an effect that someone asked about recently on the Adobe forums, and the method suggested by another user was pretty neat, so I thought I'd show you how it's done. The person wanted to extrude an element of a map, such as a state, a county, or a country, and was having trouble with the 3D effect. First, I'll show you why a straight 3D effect won't work. If I select the state and go to 3D, Extrude and Bevel, no matter what I do, that's going to distort the shape. For example, a regular off-axis setting not only tilts the state, a bit of it ends up underneath an adjacent one. If I use the plane front setting, then we can't see the extruded part, and no matter how I flip it around, it just looks funky. So the first thing you want to do is make a copy of your state, and I've made a second layer, and I'm just going to hold down the Option key while dragging this proxy up to the new layer, which will put a copy on that new layer. Next, we need a helper shape, and it can be anything. I'll just draw a circle. Then group the two items, and now go back to Extrude and Bevel. I'll choose the plane front setting and set the perspective all the way up. You could get really crazy and increase the extrude depth, but I'm going to leave it at around 50, and then click OK. Now here's where the trick comes in. The look of the extrusion has to do with the relationship between one object and another. I can take the Group Selection tool and move my helper object around, and that will change the extrusion on the state, but it won't distort the outline of it. When you've got the look you want, go to the Object menu and expand the appearance. We don't need this helper shape anymore, so you can delete that. Now we just need to fine-tune it. Since we want the illusion of the state zooming out from the rest of the map, we need to make it bigger, but we also want the bottom part of the extrusion to line up with the original. So I'm going to line up the lower left corner, and it might be easier to do this in outline mode. And once you've got it lined up, click on the Scale tool, then hold down the Option or Alt key, and click on that same corner. This will make it so the object scales from this point. Now be sure to check the Preview button, and you can just increase the percentage until it fits. Now you can spice it up by changing the colors or adding gradients or drop shadows. This technique can be useful for informational graphics or wherever you need to draw attention to a section of a map.